The gypsy.
Yeah, boy, gypsy boy, everybody move inside. Yeah, yeah, boy, gypsy boy, yo, reach for the vibe inside. Yo, yeah. Big up the Lizzie, then come on, everybody move it time together, boy.
Prison in here, brother. Any good?
Huh?
You been in there?
Yeah, I just came out from there visiting someone.
Oh, I'm gonna film there anyway.
Oh, you're filming it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got a good story to tell about it. Just one of them YouTubers. That's all. I've been here before. It's just, it's not a good place. I've been in jail myself, so.
Yeah. Yeah, the vibes is not good.
You know what the problem is? Because obviously I'm just filming myself. It's the officers bringing the drugs in. It's true though, isn't it? Listen, people in jail, they're getting punished as it is, right? You shouldn't have to go through what they're going through now. The gang mentality, the drugs being brought in, that horrible drug spice, it's ruining people's lives. And I've done 7 years in jails. I know what it's like myself. I don't know about yourself, but I'm going to go have a look at them anyway.
Okay, well, you have a good day.
I'm sure they're going to moan at me, but would you like visit someone in there, you said?
Yeah.
A family member or?
Yeah.
It's horrible, man. My family had to do it for me for years. I hope he gets out, whoever it is.
Yeah.
For me, life is too short now. I spent all my 20s in jail. Like, I'm 32 now, and whoever is in there, hopefully they can do whatever they've got to do to get out. Because there's no rehabilitation, that's for sure.
Thanks, yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Take care. If you you'll see this on YouTube. Check me out. I'm called Gypsy Order to UK. Order to UK. Take care, man. Right. Yeah, and you, bro. So just speaking to a gentleman there. He's literally just visiting one of his relatives in there. And as I said, this place isn't very good for anybody. And he's saying the vibes are off. So they must do visits quite earlier then, because normally visits are like, to be fair, it might be 11:15. So yeah, CP, GB, all of you lot that said, get the Fountain Prison. I'm here. I got the bus in the end. We made it in the end, guys. Hello, Emily. So yeah, we literally just met a gentleman there who was visiting one of his family members, I'm assuming. We're walking on the middle of a road, but yeah, still on the move, NC. We finally hit a prison now. So we're actually happy we're actually arrived at a location. So this is HMP Young Offenders Feltham, here in Surrey, guys. Technically Greater London. And one of the roughest young offenders here in the UK. Now, I have spoke about my story many times, guys. But I never actually had to live here. But it's definitely not the nicest place. And we're going to take you straight to the front. And we'll go from there. What I want to do actually while we're here, I'll keep you live. I just want to give you a little bit of a rundown of Feltham. Because every year in the UK prisons you have an inspector. He comes to have a look at the prison, see how the running of it is. Pretty much every year of HMP Feltham's history, there's been issues. So it houses, Feltham is a young offender institution for boys aged 15 to 18. Oh, that's changed. Last time I come here, yeah, they were housing up to 21-year-olds, so now they've changed it. So this is the unfortunate front of the prison. I filmed it many times, guys. Last time I filmed that visitor centre there. A lady come out and started slamming the door. So this is, guys, here in the UK we have young offenders, right? And unfortunately I did spend a couple of years in young offenders myself. So if you're under 21, this is the sort of place you'll be heading to. But obviously, because it's Surrey, technically it comes under Greater London, so you will get a lot of London boys in these sort of places. And unfortunately with these sort of environments, you'll be getting a lot of trouble, a lot of gang violence. And I've said this before when I've been here. The gang problem is a major problem. So it was nice to speak to that gentleman just before I come here, and he was saying that he was visiting one of his family members and he said the vibes weren't good. Now, A lot of you will say prisons shouldn't have good vibes, yeah? But I believe and truly believe by this. If you've gone to prison for your crime, you do the time. You get out, try and change and never come back again. Now, when you're in there, with the smoking ban that's happened, guys, and that was over 7 years ago now, that has caused one major issue. Another issue is the staffing numbers. They're trying to recruit more and more prison officers every year because, and it's a hard job to do, right? But what they're doing is they're employing too young of prison staff who have no life experience. So potentially you could have, well, I don't know about young offenders, but say for me, for adults, you could have 22, 23-year-old prison officers with no life experience trying to lecture a 40, 50-year-old man about how to change his life, how to better. Now, I feel like in life, you learn off people that have experienced things. So if you're trying to teach somebody how to change their life, steer on the right path, you've got to have experience in what you're saying. The reoffending rate in UK prisons now is at the highest it's ever been. The other week I think we had 2,000 prisoners being released because of the overcrowding. I would guarantee you now, guys, at this little young offenders here that only houses up to 500, they will have overcrowding here. What the cameras don't show you is, and there was only certain prisons that got filmed, there's loads of prisons, even back when I was in all them years ago, that were overcrowded back then. So they've only just started highlighting the issue now, which is a good thing. But unfortunately, guys, there's still many, many people inside that system and beyond these walls now with the IPP sentence. And it got abolished in 2012, so we're talking 12 years ago now. But there's still over 3,000 to 5,000 people with the IPP sentence in UK jails now. The unlawfulness of that has been said. It got abolished, and 12 years later it's still on. So I hope there's no IPP prisoners here in Feltham now, because that is a very sad reminder of, you can make a mistake when you're young, but let's not hope you got tired with that IPP sentence, because unfortunately I've met many of them through the years and they will still be in jail now, and a lot of them are well over tariff. And by tariff I mean, guys, if you've got a 2 to 3 year sentence, you generally do 2 to 3 years, or do half, go for parole. These people are doing 3, 4, 5 times their actual tariff, and that is what they need to do. Fair enough, they're releasing prisoners because of the overcrowding. Start releasing the people that need to be out, the IPP sentence. You want to Feltham? Sorry guys, I got a bit carried away there. I'm not here to challenge anyone. I'm not here to actually have a bit of an argument, guys. I'm here just telling a few stories. Feltham, statistically, is the worst young offenders in the UK. Now, I didn't live here, but I did live in Aylesbury. That was number 2. This place has got a very bad history of, like I said at the start, the inspector reports. Every year they come here and they complain. There's not enough prison staff. There's not enough jobs, too much violence. The reoffending rate in UK prisons is at the highest it's ever been in history. What? This word I'm hearing, rehabilitation, right? It doesn't work. They need to change it, guys. Things need to change. They closed down the jail for what? They closed down this jail for that? Sorry, CP, I'm literally stood outside the jail and you're on about meeting. Let me quickly just tell you a little bit more about Feltham. So let's look at Feltham statistics. Feltham inspector report. So guys, this isn't funny, right? So we're talking March of this year, there was an inspector report here at Feltham. Very high levels of violence, increased self-harm, and the segregation of children. While inspectors found hard working, dedicated staff doing their best, children were not safe enough, were locked in their cells for far too long. Basically, it's just the same stuff, guys. The short and sweet is with Feltham, right? And I come here probably 2 years ago and filmed it. It never changes. Every single year, the inspector comes out and says the violence is too high, the gang mentality, the gang violence, the staff assaulting prisoners, prisoners assaulting staff. They say it every single year. What are they actually doing here to change it? The guards used to host fights here in 1999 for bets. I'd like to thank you for streaming today. Oh, lovely, man. Lovely. Well, at least I'm keeping you occupied, if that's helping you. But yeah, guys, Feltham is it's a sad place, and I really do feel for the young boys going in here. And the problem is, once you're in the system of this sort of category of people, you're going to find it very hard to get out of that mentality. And luckily for me, guys, I'm quite strong-willed. When I come to young offenders, I was quite mature. I feel like a lot of people have to mature in time. So that's the little rules, guys. Every time you come to a prison, it's the same sign. So basically, when you get to Feltham, I am sure you have to survive, because it's going to be craziness. And if you look at their reports, guys, just type it in yourself on Google, Feltham inspection. Every single year, or every time the inspector comes here, they say the same thing. Highest rate of violence. Prisoners assaulting staff, staff assaulting prisoners, too much time in their cell. There's never enough staff to get them out. There's not enough jobs, guys, fully to go around in the prison system for everyone to have a job. Realistically, because if they did that, the violence would go down. So I'm sorry, guys, I'm not just being moany, yeah? It's just turned back on. I'm going to charge all my phones. I did do a part 2 briefly, so check out that. I went live on the other phone. I'm going to charge all these phones. I'm just walking to Feltham train station now. This phone's about to die. As soon as I get some battery, I'll go live again, and we're going to make our way to London. So just bear with me, guys. Let's just wait for the signal. To be fair, I was literally on a rhythm talking about this place on my phone call. So I'm assuming that live is still going. This is part 2 of it. Basically, the short and sweet, and my true belief, guys, from my experience of living in the prison system is, if you get people that have experience in what they're preaching, the crime rates will go down. If you don't put certain categories of people on the same wings, I'm talking the gangs from London, say north, east, south, west, separate them, educate people properly, give them things to achieve, not like a basic level 1 of maths and English. Give people things to look forward to, you know? Listen, a lot of you may argue and say, well, they're in prison, why should they have treats? Why should they have these things? If you want to put this crime rate down and reoffending rate down, you've got to make big changes. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect good results. That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. The prison system has reached a point now, guys, it's at the worst it's ever been in history here in the UK. The population is the biggest it's ever been. They've had to release 2,000 prisoners last week because of the overcrowding. They need to sort these problems, because these prisons, guys, are breeding grounds of mental health problems. I would say, in my experience of being in the jail myself, 80% of people now inside a UK prison will experience mental health problems. That is a statistic you don't like to hear about, but it's a fact, and it's a sad fact. And yeah, we're not here to cause trouble, guys. We're just telling our stories. They've pretty much left me to it here. Last time I come here, we actually had a lady that went a bit crazy when we was filming in there. But they're actually respecting my rights to film. Guys, I'm going to have to charge these phones in a minute, because my phone died already. And yeah, we're getting a bit naughty these times. Yeah, so I literally filmed there before, and they come out all crazy. So let's see what signs there's. Our mission is to ensure that rehabilitation is the heart of everything we do. Listen, it sounds good. But that word there, let me point at it.
Walk southeast.
See this word? See that word there? Rehabilitation. If that was their main core, then reoffending rates would be very low. The argument could be it's down to people's choices at the end of the day. Whether
Turn
to
right.
listen, to take on what people have learnt them. But I truly believe if you had somebody who had experience in what they're preaching, you could connect to them more, and then reoffending rates would be lower. But you can keep saying this till the cows come home, guys, and let's hope they can sort these things out. That smoking ban in 2017 was one of the worst things they could have ever done. 2 people in jail. It really was. And I went through it myself, where you can't have a fag anymore. Right, GB? So yeah, we did. Unfortunately, my phone cut off. So the first part of this live was very good, but this one is kind of it's in 2 parts now, this video, which is a bit annoying. I'd rather have it all in one. And I love doing it live because I like to see you guys see that I don't script anything. Can't really hear me. You should be able to hear me now. But yeah, guys, we've been left to it here at Fountain. This is the 4th time of me visiting here. And every time you come here, you get a different reaction. The short and sweet is, they released 2,000 prisoners last week because of the overcrowding. Let's hope and pray that these boys, and they can sort this system out and keep that reoffending rate a bit lower, because it's at an all-time high. And they need to stop bringing drugs in now, because the majority of the drugs that come in the system is through prison officers. This gentleman is actually a gym staff, but it's the prison officers that are bringing the drugs in. So I know when you go into a jail, they have like that chair you sit on, the metal chair, to read if you've got anything on you, and prison officers have to go through that as well. But we need, I don't know, guys, I'm not an expert, but that smoking ban was the catalyst of all the problems, in my opinion. And not just that as well, the gang problems, especially here at Fountain. They need to separate people properly. They need to provide courses that can actually make people motivated to want to do them, instead of the basic English and maths. And they do things like gym instruction now, where you can work in the gym and get like MVQs, which is actually a good thing, because listen, I just think they should do courses and work in here that when you get out, you've got the tools to want to get that job when you get out, and that will keep you from coming back. Not these slave labour jobs where you're like sewing things all day long, or you're putting bricks in. Because I used to have a job in jail where you used to put light switches on a light. We used to do like 2,000-3,000 of them a day. Now I never want to do that job again. I've been out of jail 6 years. I definitely won't be getting the light switch job. So they need to provide sort of work and courses around keeping you out of jail, not just these jobs that are useless and are money-making schemes. Because a lot of you may not know that between 30 and 60 grand a year is how much it costs to keep someone in jail. So it's good money business to keep someone in jail. And when they come back, it's the money again. Well, guys, we've been here well over half an hour. They've left me to it. I've said what I wanted to say. And I've got to charge these phones now. And then we can go again, because I'm definitely going to head to London now. So anyway, guys, if you're new to this channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you all for getting me to 29,000. We're getting very close to 30. I'm not going to grill. My new site.
Walk south.
I'm literally just here, guys. Just do a bit of filming and walk away. They'd approach me, it's different. But I feel like Fountain in general, police station and the prison, they actually know the drill. They kind of leave you to it. So at least they were respecting my right to film. Hope you all enjoyed it.
Walk north.
Oh my god, the sat nav going on when I'm trying to talk. Hope you all enjoyed it.
Turn left.
Oh my. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. I will be live. Just let me charge my phone for a bit. And get these phones sorted, because my phone died. So we're on the spare one for now. But I've got to charge them all and get them going.